classes, let's get into what we have discussed in the yesterday class. So yesterday we started looking at variables and then different types of methods. How do you use? So why do we use a variable? What is a variable? Can someone tell me? What is a variable?
Variable is a placeholder which stores its value.
Yeah, a variable is nothing but a placeholder which can store some value. So what are the different data types are available in Java?
Numbers and
Okay, number is divided into what else?
byte, short, int, long, float, double.
Yeah. So so number is a basically a data, one of the format in the mathematics that is getting divided into multiple data types. The reason for this is if there is a short number, you don't need to allocate the big memory, right? So according to the memory consumption, they have created byte, short, int, long, float, double. Float and double are decimal points, remaining all are numerics. And what happens if I say byte b equal to 256? And if I compile the Java program, what happens? Byte b equal to 256.
Lossy storage something it will throw in error.
Any other answer from anyone? Byte b equal to 256 if I give, then what happens?
Possibly loss of precision from
Yeah. So there will be a compilation error. Like you don't need to remember the exact error, guys. If you remember, that's good. If you don't remember also, what you can do is, you can say that byte range is minus 128 to plus 128, but whatever the value that we are assigning, that is beyond the range, so it cannot accept, and hence we get a compilation error. This explanation should be fine. You don't need to remember the uh, compilation error. If you are remembering, that's fine, but it's now good. Yesterday I have explained, today you might remember. But if I ask the same question in after 1 month, you guys will not be able to answer, right? So just understand the concept. And I also talked about different types of methods, right? So there are different like what is a return type? And I also told that static method, abstract method, instance method, but we did not look at those. I just gave the names, right? And in the similarly, we have a data type called string, which can take some what you call anything double quotation like a statement. Boolean is yes or no. Character is single letter, right? So these are the different data types are available, and we are using these variables and then methods inside a class to denote a generic nature of a anything like an animal or vehicle. Then later we will get to know how to create a object. That's still there is a time. Okay. Now let's look at today. So yesterday we were talking about a return type, right? So what is a return type? Now let's understand the return type. So till here, does anyone has any questions? Does anyone has any questions so far?
No.
Yeah, thank you guys. If you have a question, please unmute yourself and speak. Even if you ask a silly question, no one is going to say anything to you guys. And it's not an interview also. Yeah, type of methods. So we have final methods and all, but I'm telling you, whatever I'm writing here are basic methods, guys. Abstract method. Okay. Instance method. And static method. Okay. Now let's see. First of all, if I want to write a method, what are the guidelines to write a method, guys? What are the guidelines to write a method? I'm asking you guys to write a method for division of two numbers. Division of two numbers. Write a method.
access modifiers.
What is the access modifier I should keep? For now,
Public.
I said public, correct? Yeah. public, and then
static.
okay. Yeah, I told that static for now, keep it, and then I will explain later. Then
Return type.
yeah. So return type for now, I am putting it as void. Void is nothing but you are not returning anything. Void is nothing but empty. Okay. You are not returning anything. Not returning anything. Okay. And then next.
Method name.
Yeah. No. And then open bracket, close bracket. This is called, entire thing is called as method signature. Correct? Now, so here, is it right or am I missing anything here? Look at carefully.
No.
Look at carefully. Am I missing anything?
That brackets.
Yeah. So here open bracket, close bracket is missing, correct? So these brackets are used to accept arguments, correct? Or parameters, right? If nothing is, if you are not accepting anything, you don't need to take anything. But if you are on to accept, you can accept, correct? Now, if I want to, as I said that I want to perform division of two numbers, that numbers are 5 and 10. Okay. Now I will perform int I equal to 10. I can use int variable, I can use short variable, I can use byte variable also, right? More generally use this int j equal to 5, division. So int, if I want, if I am performing, so I percentile by j, correct? So, or I can say that I want to perform 10 by 5, correct? 10 divided by 5 I want to perform. There is a division. Now, what is a variable that is holding 10? See, instead of writing like this, if you write like this, then it would be better. What is a variable that is holding 10? I, correct? Can I replace it? 10 with I? Yes. Now, j? Yes. I by j. What is the value of I by j? 10 by 5. What is the value? 5 to the 10. So, this by will give you what? Coefficient, correct? See, in division, you remember, right? In the mathematics, this is a remainder. And what is this called as?
Quotient.
Quotient, right? Now, I personally see in math, in Java programming, if you are using this slash symbol, then it will give you the quotient. If you want the remainder, you have to use this percentile symbol. Okay. This percentile will give you the remainder. This symbol will give you the quotient. Now, if I say I by j, what is the value? I will get
2.
2. Now, this 2 also I need to store it into some variable, correct? Let us take int k equal to I by j. Now, I want to print it. Can I say sysout system.out.println is a statement that is used to print something to the console or some output. What is that system? What is the out? What is the println? We will come to that later because you need to learn a lot to understand that. But for now, the shortcut form of system.out.println, people will write it as a sysout. Now, if I want to print anything, k value plus k. So now it will print the k value. Now, so this is a method, correct? Can I say that I have written a method?
Yes.
Now, so if I now let's write this method in the demo class. And these double lines, these double lines are these double slashes used to comment. If you want to write a some comment something, then you have to use this 2 lines in Java. Okay. Now let's write public static void division. It's not taking anything, and then I will say int I equal to 10, int j equal to 5, and then I want to perform I by j. And the what it will give you, it will give you coefficient. I need to store it that value in the some other variable int k. Now I want to print it. System dot out dot println k value is plus k. Okay. Now, can I say I have completed the method? Yes or no? What I can do now?
Yes.
So since I have modified the Java code, I need to compile it, correct? Let's go and compile it. Where this demo class is present in 12 collections, right? Let's go to that location. Yeah, sample program. So how do I go to command prompt directly to this one? Select, type CMD and enter. So now, what is the command? Java C followed by demo.java. Yeah, there are no compilation issues. And you can look at here. See, earlier it was yesterday's time, but I just compiled the program now, 30 seconds back, right? You can see 1/24/2025 7/16. So whenever there was a question from someone, if you compile the same program again, if you have deleted the previous Java class file, then what happens is it will create a new class file, or if already class file is there, it will override it. Look at here. So yesterday also there was a demo.class file. Now I have recompiled it, so it has created the modified version of it. Okay. Now let's run the program. Java followed by demo. See, I'm getting, in the division method, I have written system.out.println k value is. What it should print, guys? K value is what it should print?
2.
2. But do you see any output here? Is it printing anything? It is printing B is 100, B1 is 100, I is 51,000. So that means it is printing these variables only, correct? But it is not printing this division, whatever is there inside the division method. What do you think?
You have written this method outside the main method.
Okay, you cannot write a method inside a method in Java. See, it's a main method, right? You cannot write one more method inside a method. Okay, let me write here. Method inside a method is not allowed in Java. Method inside a method.
We are supposed to call a method.
Yeah, not allowed. Yeah. So we are supposed to call. See, it is just think about yourself. If you have a name, if no one is calling, then why do you keep a name? So that someone can call you, correct? Even not only this one, anything in nature, what do? Unless until you call someone, for example, you want to go for a movie, you will book a cab. If you don't book a cab, will the cab come to you? Cab is available, right? Nearby your location. Whenever you click on a book cab button, then only they'll get to know and then they'll call you. That means you're calling the cab or you're calling someone, right? So you have you have saved some mobile number in your phone. Does the call go automatically? No, you have to call them, right? That's the same thing here. What is this? This is a method declaration, and inside what it is doing, it's performing a division of two numbers and it printing the value. But when this will be invoked, someone should call, correct? How do you call? So you copy this name and you can see, since it is a static method, you can call one static method from any other static method. See, look at the difference. Method inside a method is not possible, but one method you can call from other method. See, what is the starting point of a Java program? What is the starting point of a Java program?
Public.
No, main method, correct? See, from here only, if I don't write this main method, will the program compile? If I don't write a main method, does the program compile?
Yes.
No.
Guys, we went too fast class back again. The program will compile if you don't have a main method, right? I have shown you day before yesterday. See, let's remove this. Save it.
Yes, we can compare. We can compare. Yes.
See, without a main method, is it compiling or not?
Yes.
Not having a main method, are you not following any syntax? No. Main method is a starting point of a program. If you don't have the main method, you cannot run a program, right? So let's run and see. See, main method not found in the class. Please define the main method as public static void main string array. So whenever you are installing Java, JDK software, right? Inside that there is a command called Java, right? So that Java command is searching for the main method because the starting line or starting execution of a Java program starts from main method. Why it is coming only main method and all? That's a later point of time we can study, because we are in the initial steps. So we don't, even if I tell you, you don't be able to understand, right? So now, can you compile a Java program without a main method? Those who said no,
Yes.
do you guys understand now?
Yes, we can compile the without main method.
Yeah. So this is one. It's a silly question, but it is important question, guys. Don't forget. Okay. Now let's put the main method back. Yeah. So what is the starting point of a Java program? It's a main method. Now, and since you want to execute this division, so there is a method. If you call this from the division main method, then only it will execute correctly. If I am putting like this, what am I doing? Inside a main method, I am calling the division method. So what it will do? First, it will check byte b equal to 100, long b1 equal to 100, into 5, I equal to 51,000, and then string name equal to Karthik, and then it will print all this. And then these are double slash. So it will a comment lines. So JVM will ignore these lines. And then it will come to division method. So where it is division method is coming here, then it will execute, it will come here, int I equal to 5, 10, 5, sorry, 10, 5, 10 by 5, 2, it will print it, correct? So now let's run the program and see. See, there is no compile issues. See, now do you see the k value is 2? Right? So that means what is the observation from this point? When you have a method, does the method execute by default? No. Someone should
We
call
need to
this
call.
method. Yeah, you need to call that method, right? Now, any questions?
Mm.
No. So now let's ask you one thing. I have a byte b equal to 100, right? Let me execute one more variable. Byte b equal to 1000. What happens? What happens? What is your
Compile
observation,
error.
first of all?
Out of range error, it like we can take up to minus 128 to 127. So, and you have a
Okay, let me,
sorry,
yeah,
sorry,
let me
it's
take,
long. So it can take, sir, but the memory will be wasted. I'm seeing it be.
okay, now if I see byte b equal to 101, it is not going out of the range, then what happens?
That will be printed,
Same
sir.
variable. It's name you have not changed. We have byte
That will
b
be
again.
taken into consideration.
Okay, one answer is taken into consideration. What else? What else?
Name, variable name.
Yeah, variable name?
Same name we have again in reinitialize.
Yes, correct. See, here now, here byte b equal to 100. What is the variable name here? B. You already used b. Again, you are using b. So now if I ask you what it will print, do you have a confusion or not? Correct. Similarly, JVM also will have a confusion, right? See, it's a duplicate variable, correct? Now let's see whether Java allows duplicates variable.
Ambiguity.
Yeah, yes, ambiguity. Variable b is already defined in the main method. Whenever you are, see, first, whenever it is executing, execution starts from main method. It understood byte b equal to 100, done. Now you are giving again byte b equal to 101. What it is telling? B is already defined. That means it's a duplicate variable. So you cannot use a duplicate variable in Java. I mean, declaration you cannot do. I repeat, you cannot declare a duplicate variable again. Hope you understand. Okay, now let me modify a little bit and see. Now let me remove byte. So what is this one? Whenever I create a variable like this, what is this? B is a variable that is holding a value called 100, and it is type of byte. That means it might occupy 2 bits of memory or 3 bits of memory, like that. Now let me do like this. Now what do you think? Will I get any see, I am doing b equal to 101. What happens?
No error, sir. Like
Why?
first it will take 100, then it will take 101.
Yeah.
Because the latest variable will be considered.
Okay. Any other answers from anyone?
Reassignment.
Yeah, it is
Value.
called. So this is
not
called.
assigned.
Yeah. So this is called first assignment. B equal to 100 means this is called as initialization. Yeah. This is called as initialization or reassignment. Okay. So if you say b equal to 100, byte b equal to 100, this is called initialization of a variable or assignment of a value to a variable, etc. Now, whenever you're using the same variable name, what is the difference between earlier and now? Earlier, you are writing a data type also. If you are writing a data type, you are initializing. That means once the value is initialized, you cannot re-initialize the same variable. But you can do the assignment. B equal to 101 means, so you are modifying the value. Now, earlier the value was, so whenever you say like this, and if you want to understand from the memory perspective, let us take that this is some memory. Here, byte variable B occupying in somewhere byte B equal to occupying 100. Now, when you say B equal to 101, what happens? This 100 will be overridden with 101. Okay. Now, let's see. Let's Java C demo.java. Java. See, do you see by B value is 101? So this is called reassignment. Okay, this is called reassignment. And see here, I am using all this. You carefully understand that byte, long, int. I am using all the small letters. So these are data types. All these are keywords. What did I say? Public is also a keyword. Class is also a keyword. Static is also a keyword. Void is also a keyword. So all the keywords in Java should start with small letter. Even the data types, whatever we have discussed, right? All these are keywords. So this one should be in the small letter only. Now let's see if I keep capital letter. If you use a capital letter, then what will happen? So every data type has a separate corresponding class. I have shown you, right? Yesterday, those are called wrapper classes, which we will discuss later. But if you are using a small letter, those are called as primitive data types. Primitive data types. If you are using a small letter like small byte, long, int, float, double, those are called primitive data types. Okay. Now let's come back to this. Now here, you tell me, as I mentioned that duplicate variables are not allowed, right? Here, do you see, what do you see? Int I equal to 51,000. This int I equal to 51,000, this variable is present inside what method?
Main method.
Main method. Now, here also I have int I equal to 10. Why am I not getting that duplicate variable already defined error? This error I should get it, right? I just told you that if there is a variable that you are using 2 times, same variable twice, you should get that error. But why am I not getting?
You find this one outside of the main method, so
Not outside.
It's
Okay.
local to that particular method.
Yeah. So it is now for example, there is say my name is Karthik. Okay. I belongs to one family. My father and mother named me as Karthik. So there is some other family. They got a kid also. His name is also Karthik. Is it possible or not? Can they name their kid also Karthik? Or they should say that already Karthik is available in this family. I should not put the name to Karthik. Is it possible that in different families, Karthik, there may be a possibility of having a Karthik as a person name? It's possible, correct? But within the
Yes.
family, let us take that I myself Karthik and I have a brother. So do my fathers keep my brother name also Karthik? Do you see in one family, both the kids are having same name? Is it? Does anyone follow that?
No, sir.
No. But if it is a different families, do they keep the same name? It's possible, correct? See, there are like so many Kartiks in like even in my organization in Ashok IT or other batches also, I have seen many Kartiks. So what does it mean? So here, if I am keeping in a see, earlier what I have done within the main method itself, I am using byte b equal to 100. One more time, byte b equal to 100. That means within the same family, I am using the same name. Is it allowed? No, generally we don't follow that, right? But if you look at here now, int I equal to 551,000, that is present in the main method. Now int I equal to 10, this is present in the division method. Now can I say in the second example, like different families can have the kid name as Karthik. So these I variables, see the first I variable belongs to main method. The second I variable belongs to division method. So a method or a variable declared inside a method is called as local variable. Let me write a variable declared inside a method is called as local variable. Okay, a variable declared inside a method is called as local variable. Now here, if you look at here, I is a variable. What is the accessibility of this variable? Only within this main method, correct? Because I have declared this variable inside main method. Now here, what is, see, outside of this method, you cannot access this I directly, right? Now, what is the accessibility of this I variable inside a division? Only from the starting line of the program to last line of the program. That means, so you can have a, same variable name you can use in a different methods. Now, a variable declared within the method is called as local variable. Now, can I declare a variable outside of a method? Yes. So let's look at here. Int salary equal to 10,000. Now, can I say, now do you think this salary variable belongs to any method? Does it belongs to main method or does it belongs to division?
No.
No. That means a variable which does not belong to any method, or I can also say that a variable that is declared inside a class but outside of any method. Is it correct? Inside a class but outside of a method is called as global variable. Inside a class and outside of method. When I say outside of method means any method is called as global variable. Okay. I repeat, a variable that is declared inside a method is called as local variable. A variable that is declared inside a class but outside a method. When I say outside a method, sir, is it a main method or is it a division method? No, it can be any method. So it should be outside of all the methods and then within the class is called as global variable. Now, what is the advantage of global variable? Let's see. Now here, this salary variable does not belong to main class. Let's see whether let me print the variable. See, I will be able to print or not. System.out.println salary is salary. Okay. Now, as I mentioned that it does not belong to any method, it belongs to a class. That means the advantage of this one is you can use this variable in any place. See, I will print that variable and I will print that variable in the division method and see whether it's printing or not. Salary is in division. Now let me compile this program. See, there is a salary. So I did some mistake. What is it? So yeah, say what is this? It's a static method. Static method can accept only static variables, which you will get to know little later, but let's keep it as a static. Here, this is also a static because from one static method, you can call another static method only. Now let's run, compile it. Yes. Yeah. So look at here. B value is 101. B value is 100. Okay. Now K value is T. Look at here. Salary is division. That means in the division method also I am able to print the salary 10,000. And in the main method also I am able to print. Now you look at here how the flow will happen. See, first the execution of program starts with main method. And then these are initialized. And then here you are printing the values. After that, what you are doing? You are going to division method. From here, immediately the control will go to division method, correct? That means from this line, the JVM will come here and then it will check what is I, what is J, what is K, I by J. It will print this value and then it is printing the global variable. Salary in division is global variable. And then once the completion of this method is completed, then it will go back to the line from where it called. So from this line, it has called. So it will go back. And then what is the next line? Salary is. So this is how the execution is going to happen. A global variable is something you can access any method. A variable that is declared inside a method is called as local variable, and the accessibility only to that method. Any questions?
Now, what about without putting the static in our?
So that we'll get to know. Those are called instance variables. Instance
Okay,
variable you
okay.
can access
Okay.
access using object. So I did not talk about an object.
Okay.
Once
Okay.
I complete the type of methods, we'll go to the object.
Okay. So to be clear that we have discussed two things here, Karthik. One is because every time I'm seeing these kind of things, I will get confused and I'm not answering. But one thing is that even we are writing in the class that one, even we are writing in the method that is called as a local. But other option is even we are writing in the class, but outside the method, we are discussing two things. Am I correct? That's fine.
Yeah.
Fine.
It is same, like you remember the same example. Within a family, you cannot have two people with the same name. Within a family, you have a Karthik. Other family might have a Karthik also, right?
Okay. Fine.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
So even if we reassign the value inside a method, it
Yeah.
will not cause the value changed in the main method, right?
For which variable?
Salary.
Okay. It will, because it's a
It
static
is
variable.
10,000.
Yeah,
but
you want
the
to
method
change
gone
it to,
without, if we
yeah,
change it to 11,000, right?
it will change. The reason is it's a static. Static variable will occupy the memory only once. If it is an instance variable, it will be according to an object. So let's change it to 11,000. So that means, see, as I mentioned, that this salary belongs to a whole class. Now you are changing the salary to 11,000 in the division method, right? Let's change
Okay.
this. The compilation is success. See, is it printing 11,000? Yes. The reason is static variable will occupy the memory only once. The reason, this is how it will occupy. See, static variable or anything that is written as a static belongs to class. Belongs to class, not object. I mean, since you have asked this question, means you know little bit Java, right?
I'm kind of know, but not in
Okay.
detail.
Okay, fine. I mean, so now, so you know something called as an object also, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the difference here is, this is main question, like what is the difference between static variable and instance variable? I would have explained little later, but since you have asked, let me explain quickly. So static belongs to class, not object. What does it mean is, all the static variables doesn't work with any object. So here you are creating a salary. So static variable will occupy the memory only once. Now here the value was 10,000. Okay. Now, irrespective of that, whichever the method you modify this value, it will not create a new memory. In the same memory, the value will be overwritten. Okay. And whatever the overridden value only will be available to print anywhere. Now, when it comes to instance variable, okay. Now, what is the instance variable is? For example, you are now static variable. What is happening here? Here, let us take that salary is 10,000. So, do you think in a company every employee will have the same salary?
No.
So that means if I want to create now this is a demo class. Now let me create a class called employee. Correct? Class employee. Can I create a class called employee or not?
Yeah.
Now, if I am so in the employee class, let me create public static void main. So I have declared the main method. Okay. String array. Okay. Now, what are the properties of what are the actions of an employee? Public void work. He will do some work, correct? What the work is doing, it doesn't matter, right? Now, what is the attributes of a employee? Attributes or properties?
Yeah, his name, ID.
String. Okay. For now, I haven't talked about okay. In order to denote a name, it's a character. It's a group of letters, correct? String
Yeah.
data type you will use. String name equal to Karthik. Okay. Now what else? The int salary, correct? Or double. Salary will be double because you can get in a pies also, right? Double salary equal to 10,000. Or okay, now will be like another one be int emp id equal to 1234. Okay, done. Now here let's make it as employee dot java. Done. Now here guys, look at here. Now here, for example, if I change the name to name equal to Ajay. Okay, salary equal to, so let's make it as a static variables, correct? Because static variable can accept, main method is a static, one static method can accept another static variables. Static. Now you are going to tell me whether keeping this variables is static or not, correct or not. Now salary equal to 20,000. Say what I'm trying to say is there is an employee called Karthik. His salary is 10,000. His employee ID is 1234. I am declaring one more employee here because these are global variables. I am trying to reuse it and see whether previous value is getting overridden or is it creating a new employee. Now, name Ajay, salary is 20,000 and employee EMP ID equal to 4567. Okay. Now let me print it. System.out.println. System.out.println. Name is plus name. Let me similarly print salaries. Salary and employee ID, correct? EMP ID is
These kind of
EMP
questions
ID.
interviews I face a lot, Karthik. Number of
Yes.
times.
So that is what I told. I mean, say I don't. If you look at other institute, right? We just started on Monday. It's been 5th day. So in other institutes, they cover theory topics only. What is a variable and all? They will cover for 15 to 20 days. And that is what I told. I'll teach with a live program. Now let me call this work method. Work method. Let us make it as a static. I'm calling this inside from main method. I'm calling this work method. And then here also I will print these values. Now here, now the question is, sir, how can I understand this program, right? So if I compile it, so now is it correct? I am writing employee class. I am compiling demo.class. Is it correct? No. Java C employee.java. See compilation. See what is missing, guys? Semicolon, right? See here,
Yeah.
semicolon is missing. Add it. And then let's compile again. See, compilation is successful. Now, if I run the program, I'll get somehow the output because Java JVM is capable of providing the output. But as a developer, how can I understand, sir? So now you tell me where the program execution starts in Java?
It's from
Main method.
Main method. Okay. Now, what are these variables? Is it a local variable or global variable?
Global.
So can I
Global.
say,
No,
have you?
it's just a local variable.
It's a global variable. I have
Okay.
written
Static.
inside
Okay.
a class,
Yeah.
outside of a
Global.
method.
Yes.
Now, is it mandatory that I should write this in the top only, or can I write between main method and then work method? Can I write here also? Do you think global variable I should write in the starting of the class only, or can I write within the two methods? See here also, what is the definition of a global variable? Within inside a class, outside of a method. Do you think here if I am writing here, is it inside a class? Yes. But is it outside of a main method? Yes. Is it outside of a work method? Yes. But
Yeah.
let's write between the methods. See, is it a is these variables are inside a class? Yes. But does this belongs to a void main method? No. See, main method open bracket is start here, close is done. That means it is outside of main method. Now work method also open bracket start here, close it here. So it's also outside. So that means, see, our human brain, right? When someone writes the global variable in the starting, you think that you should write in starting only. No. Java does not go by line wise. Java is not a line number based, correct? So you can write anywhere, but it should be outside of any method, but inside of a class. Agree? You get my point,
Yeah,
guys?
agree. Yeah, I got it.
Others?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So this is very like we are habituated to write in the starting only. But no, you can write anywhere. You go after the class, you go and see. Now let me compile it and see. See again. Let me compile it. Yeah. See, there is no compilation error. So Java also not telling you that global variable you should write in the first line of the class. No. Right? Because Java is not line number based. Employee. See, I'm printing. I'm getting some output. Now let's see. Let's understand. Here, if I'm executing the program, it is giving you output. Now, sir, I don't want to execute this. Now, how can I understand? Now, where is the program execution starts? Main method, right? So global variables are static variables, right? Static variables will be loaded whenever the class is loading. So first here, can I say that, are you initializing the variable value? Are you initializing the name equal to
Yes.
Karthik salary? Yes. That means initialization is done. Correct? Done. Now after that, first, what is the number what is the line you are calling? What happens from here?
Method.
Yeah. So here in Java, how can you differentiate between a method and a variable? How you will differentiate between a method and a variable?
Method will be in brackets.
Yeah. So method
And
will have whether you are writing a method, you have a brackets, or whether you are calling a method, you have a brackets. But variable is just normal name, right? So from here, can I say the work method will be called? Yes. So from this, let us take this line. Let me copy this code for time being into the Notepad++. Okay. Now, see from line, main method, compiler will start executing main method and it will come to line number 6. From line number 6, what is happening? You are calling another method. So from 6, immediately it will go to this one. Will it execute this one? No. From this line, you are calling a method. It will go to that method. So it will come to this method. And you are printing name is plus name. What is the name at this point of time? You tell me. It's a global variable. What is the value?
Karthik.
Karthik, right?
Yes.
So that means, can I say the line number 22 output? What is the output you will get?
Karthik, 10,000.
10,000.
And salary will be
10,000.
10,000. Employee
1, 2,
is
3,
1, 2, 3, 4. Done. So that means, so you have reached to the last line, the close bracket. Whenever you have reached to the last close bracket, what does it mean? You have completed the execution of this method. So once the method execution is completed, it will go back from where it has called. Now, what is the next line? So it will go, the compiler, the control comes back to line number 6. And then what is the next line? Name equal to Ajay, salary equal to 20,000, employee is 4, 5, 6, 7. These are static variables. What will happen? So in the memory for static variables, only once the memory will be occupied, name equal to Karthik earlier, salary 10,000, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now this will be overridden with, what is the variable name you are writing? Name equal to Ajay. That means this Karthik will be taken off and then Ajay will come and the salary will be 20,000. So ideally you are
3,
thinking
4,
that
5.
this is the next person, another person. But what if you are using a static variable? What is happening? What is happening? So the previous values are getting overridden, and here what do you think it will print? Will it print Karthik or Ajay?
Jay 20,000.
Yeah,
Ajay.
Karthik is no more, correct?
Yeah.
Because static variables will occupy the memory only once. Okay. Now 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, whenever you are starting this method writing, what is your observation? You want to declare two employees. One employee is Karthik, his salary is 10,000, employee is 1, 2, 3, 4. Another employee is Ajay, 20,000, 4, 5, 6, 7. But if you are writing a program like this, what is happening? See, look at here. Karthik, 10,000, 1, 2, 3, 4. Ajay, 20,000, 4, 5, 6, 7. That means, can I say, am I holding one employee or two employees? Our first employee data is overridden by the second employee. What do you think? Can I say that first employee data is overridden by the second employee?
Yes.
Yeah. So now, see, this employee is a generic, correct? So each employee, do you think every employee will have same salary? Every employee will have same name and same employee ID?
No.
No, that means every employee is unique. He has a different characteristics, correct? He may be a CEO, he may be a senior manager, he may be a normal employee, correct? So now what do you think? Using a static here, does it make sense? Now, can I say, for example, employee is a class. Now, Karthik is an employee. What does it mean? Karthik is exhibiting the properties of an employee class, correct? Karthik is having a name. Karthik will have a salary. Karthik will have an employee ID. Similarly, let us take Praveen. Praveen is also an employee. Praveen will have some salary. Praveen will have some employee ID. What do you think? These two are different things, correct? So can I say Karthik is one object and Praveen is another object? Do you think yes or no? These two people are exhibiting the characteristics of a class. So that means in order to take two employees, using the static variables is not the right approach. Agree?
Yes. I agree.
Does everyone understand this concept? Now we are slowly going into what is an object. Here, in this problem, I want to represent two employees. But if I am using a static variable, the first employee is getting overridden with the second employee. So Karthik is separately different object. I mean, Karthik is separate. Ajay is separate. Ashok is separate. Praveen is separate. I should not override. Each one will have different things. Karthik can get 2 times the salary hike in a year. Praveen may get 3 times. Maybe Ashok doesn't get a hike also, correct? So it's a different characteristics. That means, can I say you should have a different memory for each person? To store
Yes,
Karthik
exactly.
details, at one place you have to store Karthik details. At another place, you have to store Ajay details. In one more place, you have to store Ashok details. These should not be this. If you change Karthik, Ajay should not be modified. If you change Ajay, Ashok should not be modified. Agree?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's where now we are slowly coming into a topic called objects. So what this Karthik, Ajay, Ashok, all these are the objects which are exhibiting the properties of a class. What is exhibiting a properties? So in the work method, Karthik will work. We will write what Karthik is working. Correct. Now, what is the name of a employee? Karthik. What is the salary? What is the employee ID? Yeah. So that means you should make it as a what you call. So just let me create one more class called class new employee. Because we have seen the problem in the previous class. Now I'm creating a new class with a new employee. So what should I do? Should I use a static variable? No, I should use without static keyword. I will say int employee first let's take string name. So do I know I don't need to initialize it, correct? Now next int or double salary. I'm not initializing anything. Okay. Now int employee ID. Now done. So I just created a variable. Now let me create a public static void main. Okay. Now string array. Okay. Now here, now what I said, Karthik is an employee, right? So what I should do? I should create an object first. Karthik is one object, Ajay is one object. Now, what is the way to create an object? What is the way to create an object is, so this is what you need to follow, the syntax. Class name, so I'm writing, it's a syntax, right? I'm commenting. Class name, reference variable equal to new class name. So this is a syntax to be followed whenever you are creating an object. Now here, which class? See, Karthik is an object. He is exhibiting a properties of a new employee class. So what is the class name here? New employee. So right, what is the class name here? New employee. NP. You can write any reference variable name, can be anything. Okay. Now new and then class name, open bracket and close bracket. This is nothing but you are creating an object. So similarly, So this is, you want to name this as a Karthik object, correct? Let's keep it as Karthik. You can write any name. Reference variable name can be anything. You want to write one more Ajay object, so you can keep it as Ajay. You want to write one more Praveen, so you can keep it as Praveen. Okay, so you can create any number of objects. Now what happens whenever you're creating an object like this? So it will occupy the separate memory. It will not occupy the memory only once, which I am going to explain in the tomorrow class. If I explain everything in one class, you might be confused. This is a very important topic. What is the difference between static variable and instance variable? So a variable is called as an instance variable if you don't see a static keyword. So these are instance variables. How do you use an instance variable? Using an object. Using an object, which I will discuss in the tomorrow class. But any questions so far?
So,
Yeah.
so you have declared a variable just after naming the class and above the class, and both are referred as global variables.
Yeah.
But what is the will it make any difference, sir?
So can you come again? Sorry.
So global variable, it is declared like a string name, that is a global variable. It can
Yeah.
be declared just above the class as well.
No, if you are writing above the class, so see, if you are writing above the class, does it belongs to any class? Where the execution, as I mentioned that, if you are writing this one, this is
No, sir, sorry, sir. Above the class, not above the class, below the class and inside the main.
If you are declaring inside a main, it becomes local variable, correct?
Only two mains, sir.
Yeah. That means the accessibility is only for this method. If you are declaring a variable within a main method, the accessibility of that variable within a main method only. That is called local variable.
But main will be calling the other methods as well, like
Yes. But the accessibility of that variable, see, if you're calling, you're not passing the reference, right? That's the reason Java is not called by reference. It's called by value. So that happens in the C++, like pointers and all. But if you're, see, from here, if you're calling some other method, you should, and see, let us take work. There is a method called work. And here, right, you're writing public static void work, and you're thinking that this name will be carried out here because you are calling the method, correct?
yes.
No, that is not. System dot out dot println, and you if it is carrying out, it should print the value, correct? See, forget about modifying it all. So if I print it, let's see what happens. Now let's run this program. Java C, new employee.java. And okay, something brace is missing. Yeah, class. Yeah, for class, the end brace is missing. See, I understood that is reached end of the file, this is missing. So class is missing. Okay, now let's variable name. Okay, it is telling that variable names are not there. See, look at here now. What is the line number? System.out.println name is cannot find the symbol name. So that means here from where it is coming, say symbol variable name, this one. So where did I print it in this entire program? Where did I print the name variable? Here. So that means if you are thinking that these are the names that is there in the inside main method and you are calling this, and these names will be carry over to here, it should have printed something, correct? But I am getting compilation error. That means the accessibility of a variable declared inside a method, it doesn't matter. It's a main method or any other method. The accessibility of that variable to that only method.
Okay, sir, got it.
Outside of a method, it is not accessible.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Any other questions?
Sir, we have two static methods, right? It will be called always main method only, right? Static.
No, main method is a static because you want to call without any object. Hence, the main method has made a static method. What was the other question? You said two static methods, something?
Public static void main and public static void work. Which one will load it first? Yeah.
Main method only, because in the JVM, if you do not have this, let's see. So work is what? Who created work? Who created? I did, right? You can write instead of work, you can write some other name also, correct? But how does the Java know that you will write work only? Everyone will write different. But if you compile it, okay, let's remove this. See, if I run Java Java followed by new employee, I'm getting, see, main method not found in new employee. Please define the main method as public static void main. See, your Java command is searching for what method? Main method. It is not searching for work method, correct? You get it, what I'm trying to say?
Yes, yes.
So it is a rule that you should have a main method, and they have declared the main method with this name. So you can change static public static, anything is fine, but it should have public keyword, static keyword, void keyword, main keyword, and then string array should be. The variable name you can change. See, let's see.
It means the main method is created by JVM. Another object is created.
No.
No,
Don't assume those things.
Okay.
So main method will not be created. If you want Java to execute a program, main method should be present. The signature of a main method should have public keyword, static keyword, void keyword, main keyword, and then string array. Now, this array can be, you can keep, see, here what it is telling, string array args, variable name is arg. But here I keep the variable name A. That also fine, because variable name can be anything in Java. Let's see. See, compilation is successful. See, I'm getting, there is no compilation error, runtime error also. So that means there is no mandatory that you have to use the same name as a args. What is a args? It's a variable name. You can give anything in Java. Now, can I change it to static and public? Yes. Static public, yes. So let's see. See, even static public static, you can interchange it. But can you interchange void? In place of void, can you put public and then void here? Is it correct?
No.
If you remember, I told you whenever you see, main is a method. It's a main is a method name. Before the method name, you should have a return type, correct?
Yes.
So you cannot modify that, right? This is also one of the questions that, see, look at here, error. So it is telling. So you should have it doesn't matter whether it's a main method or user defined method. Before method name, there should be a return type. What are the return types and all? I did not tell you. I will tell you. No issues. But now the question is, sir, why main method is only the starting point of a program? Correct? In order to understand that, it takes some more time. Just have patience for another 2 or 3 classes. You will get to know why the Java is calling the main method only. Why not work method? Why not something else? Why the main method is only the starting point, which we will discuss in upcoming classes, not now. The one who was yeah.
The global variable which is not having an instant, it's called as an instant variable. Am I correct?
No. A variable, instance variable is something which does not have a static keyword.
Okay. But even if you are writing in that, I mean, like in the class and outside the method, am I correct?
Anywhere. If
Okay,
what is a static variable? Static variable or static method should have a keyword called static in it.
Okay.
Apart from static, you can call it as a local variable. See, if it is a static and declaring inside a method, that is a static local. See, anything inside a method is a local variable. Anything outside of a method and within a class is called as global variable. Inside in the global also, you can have a static and non-static also. Non-static is called as instance. Any variable, whether it's inside or outside. See, local is nothing but only for that method. Okay, don't club these two topics.
Okay, fine.
So if global variable static string equal to some value, and in local method, if we are giving static string equal to some value, so it is reassigning, right?
But you don't need to use the data type again. You just I just told you that salary, correct? Just now. Yeah. So you don't here because only once. See, static string, or let us take static int I. String is a different, very big concept, guys. I am not using that now. So now here, if you are using a int I equal to 20,000. So does it mean that you are using a same variable?
No, it is local
Because you are
to
declaring again, correct? You remember, if you don't have a data type, this 1000 will be overridden by 2000 because it's a static variable. Now, if you are using like this is a static variable. No, this belongs to this
It's local.
method, and it is you are redeclaring. Here, you don't get a. I mean, this is big only for this class. Oh, sorry, only for this method, right? Just try with this different permutations and combinations. Guys, I cannot, since there is no WhatsApp group, I cannot give you the homework. But what I'm trying to tell you is, you just create some classes and play with the static variables, global variables, local variables, and then ask me the questions tomorrow. Okay.
Yes.
And yeah, Monday will be the last demo class, guys. If you are interested, and you can join. How do you think the classes are going? Am I going too fast, or is it making sense? Or what do you think, guys?
Teaching nicely, sir. I am understanding better.
Yeah. What about others?
I'm able to understand.
Yeah. Guys, no one is going to say anything. Like, even if you don't join, also not a problem. But I'm just making sure that, am I going fast or not? Are you able to catch me? Or is it something better than others? I just wanted to know the feedback, so that if you think that I'm going fast, I may go a little slow.
So classes are good, sir. Like everything is understandable. Just I want to know, like I'll continue with the classes, but I would like to know, like we have a syllabus type of thing. Like we were before starting the classes, we were given some syllabus. Like, so when you go with this, like, will you be teaching like how this is covered? Like we have done this, like.
Yes. So the way I do is, once that, see here, I did not write variable, I did not write methods and all, right? If I write it, the course content would have become 2 or 3 pages. See, when I say, so for example, what is a class? Did we cover? What is an object? Did we cover? Yes. So at the end of the course, like before, as I mentioned, it takes 2 to 2.5 months. So within that time, what I'm going to do is, maybe after every 1 week or 2 weeks, I'm going to check with you guys whether did I cover, and I used to tick mark it like this. See, this is not about this course, other data structure. See, after I explain, maybe a 1 week or 15 days, I will ask you guys, did we discuss this or not? And then I'll tick mark it. Before the last class, whatever I have promised or whatever I have shown, I'll make sure that I will tick mark everything, not at my home, in front of you guys.
So you'll be cross-checking with this, sir, and
Yes. And that you can get a feedback from someone. Like, are there anyone who follows my class?
So earlier, Praveen sir, he already attended your class, one of your class.
I think he's not there. He left for the day, I guess.
So
But yeah, we can ask the feedback tomorrow. Yeah.
So one more thing. No, sir, this is not my first class in Ashok IT. I have enrolled for other courses also, so I know about this. Like.
Okay. So we'll make sure that we complete everything.
So one more thing, sir. Like in between, you have showed another sheet, which was having more refined, like another, like even the class was containing something else, and even in object there was something else.
Yeah, these threads you are talking.
Yes, sir. No, sir. That's far more refined than this. Like it was covering more.
Okay. Notes. Yeah. Notes.
Yes, so you'll be cross-checking with that as well, sir.
I could not understand what was that.
So you, other than this list, you studied.
Yeah. So here, what did I say
showing
is,
something else.
yeah. So when it comes, I just have mentioned here threads, correct? So look at the threads course content. So here I cannot, I mean, see, threads is a separate thing. So I'm going to take 20 to 25 days on threads. So when it comes to threads, I'll go to this, and then these are all the topics that I'm going to discuss with threads.
Yes.
So again, in this core Java entire, whatever I have mentioned here, I'm going to cover everything, and then you guys will tell me whether did I cover or not, and then I'll check mark it.
Okay, sir.
That happens with the OOPs, core threads. See, it doesn't matter what I teach. Whatever I teach, I'll make sure that I have covered everything, and then I will See, I will do here and there plus or minus 5 days, but I'll make sure that I covered everything.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Just that.
Yeah. Okay. So if no questions, I think you might have received an email from Ashok IT like this. So if you are interested, just follow this, guys. So if you see, these are the bank account where you can do the payment. And if once you have done the payment, send an email to this one. You can write your name, contact number, course code, timing, payment screenshot. And this is not the first time I'm teaching, guys. If you want about my courses, what you can do is go to Ashok IT YouTube channel. Let me quickly show you. Just a minute. There are so many I teach, like Ashok IT YouTube channel. Yeah, you can see this Ashok IT YouTube channel, right? Just go to the live section. If you go to the live section, see, these are the live classes which we are having now. Now, if you scroll down, this linked list data structure is the one which I have explained. See, these are free videos. You can start and understand. And then see Java collections and DSA using by Mr. Karthik. These are also the videos that I have explained. See, these are the demo classes of the collections. So now, and then Java new features. So there is a Java 8, 9, 11, which I have explained. This is by me only. See this, data structures and algorithms 8, 9, 11. So these are all, you can find most of the demo classes by me. If you are interested, you can listen. See, if you look at Java 8, 9, 11, you will get what is a Lambda expression, what are the interface changes, why do we have the static methods in an interface Java 8, why do we have default methods, all those things you will get from the Java 8. And in the data structures, you will get some at least bubble sort, a selection sort, and then how can I write a custom array list, etc. I mean, before enrollment, if you are interested, you can watch these two. Okay, Java 8, 9, 11, Java 9 and 11, data structures and algorithms, and then threads also will be there in the down. If you want, you can watch it. Okay, if no question, then that's all for today, guys.
Tomorrow do we have class?
So
No.
what and all Java basics you are covering, sir? Basics till which topic?
That I think, is this the first day you are joining?
Yes.
Okay, fine. So there is a fifth class. So you will be getting an email from Ashok IT, which will cover the previous classes as well. Okay, or else let me ping you this. So I'm just pinging you guys this one. So where the backup classes are present, I'm pinging everyone. May I know your name? The one who asked the question? Suresh, right? Is it Suresh?
Yes.
Yeah. So I just pinged one link in the chat. You just go through the link. It will, for the first day, so we started on 20. So on the first day, I have covered the course content, and then I started explaining what is Java and then writing a program, etc. So just to answer your question quickly, see, these are the content that I'm going to cover. OOP principles separately, and then in the threads itself, I'm going to take 25 days. So generally outside the threads will be completed within 2 or 3 days, right? But in the threads, I'm going to cover executor framework, thread pools, deadlock, atomicity, semaphore, cyclic barrier, all of those. And then I'm also going to cover separately collections. Collections itself will take around 25 days. In the collections, I'm going to cover what is the need for having a collection, list, set, map, internal implementation of array list, vector, linked list, and then how can I write a own custom linked list, own stack, own queue, what is a tree set, tree map, in order, pre-order, post-order. All of these things I'm going to cover in the collections. So, and then apart, see, that means threads means again, separately we are going to spend 45 days. And then collection means again 25 days. Sorry, threads is 25, collection is 25. And apart from that, I'm also going to cover serialization, wrapper classes, auto boxing, unboxing, variable augment, Java memory management, cloning, shallow cloning, deep cloning, garbage collection, reflection, all of this. So if you want detail, just go with the first class of 20th 20th January. So you'll get more details on what he's going to cover. Hope that answers your question, Suresh.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Any other
tomorrow do
question?
you have class?
No, tomorrow and Sunday, there is no class. Next class is on Monday, 27th. That will be a last demo class. Okay. And guys, my way of teaching would be the same. Don't think that for the just this sir is explaining using a program in the demo classes, and when it comes to actual live classes, I don't write a program. No, nothing like that. Because see, this is not new thing to me. I've been teaching from past 4.5 years. I follow the practical approach. That is the difference from others to and me. That is my specialty, I would say. Even you guys will ask me a question. Sometimes I'm also a human being, right? I also don't know some of the answers. Like, see, 99% I'm able to answer your question. But even if I don't know the question answer, I will come prepared, and then I'll answer your question at a later point of time, maybe 2 days or 3 days or 1 week. But I'm going to answer it. Don't think that everyone knows everything, correct? Yes or no? If a person is working in a Google, does he crack the Google interview every time? See, if Sundar Pichai is a Google CEO, if, for example, you are attending a Google interview, you will get one exam, right? One problem to solve. Does the Sundar Pichai will be able to solve the problem given to you? Does he know data structures and algorithms now? No, right? Yes or no, right? So don't think that everyone will know everything. See, if some of your questions I may not be able to answer, that's a good thing. The reason I teach the classes not only for the, definitely I'm going to make some money, but that is not the primary. The other primary is, say, I have some knowledge. In my classes, there are 30 people are there. 30 people will be asking different 30 questions. If I am not able, out of this 30, if I'm not able to answer 1 or 2 questions per batch, in this past 4 years, I thought I got around 50 questions answered. I improved my knowledge, correct? That is the way I wanted to see. Even if someone wakes me up in the midnight, I will be able to answer what is the thread, what is the collections. I don't need to study, because I am learning while I teach. I am learning. I don't need to remember the things. That is the reason that is my main objective of teaching the classes. The only thing I believe is, the more you share the knowledge with others, you don't need to remember, and it will be for sure stored in your subconscious memory. Okay. So enough of GAN. So that's all for today, guys.
Sir, what
Thank
is the
you.
job market, sir, for this? So after coming Java.
Java is everywhere. Evergreen. Are you coming from which background?
Yeah, automation testing.
Okay, so Java is, see, in automation testing also you use Selenium, right? Selenium is also developed by Java only, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So Java is everywhere, evergreen, guys. Whatever, even if it is a recession or something. See, there is a recession, other profiles may not have a job, but Java will have less jobs. But Java jobs will be there for sure. Only thing is, you should be master in Java. In Java, you have so many things like core Java, advanced Java, Spring Boot. Nowadays, people are talking on full stack. So if you have that knowledge, then you have for sure you can crack the job at any time. If not one company, another company. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, guys. Thanks for joining. Have a nice day. No class for tomorrow and day after tomorrow. Next class will be on Monday. Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.